Hi everyone, I greet to the audience. Welcome back to my introduction video on my Aiesec program in Indonesia. So today we're going to talk about culture sharing, like we basically talk about the difference between our country's education systems. But before that, I think now we can do some recap for the activities we have done on the last week. So this week is the end. Today is the end of week 3. The week 3 basically we have done our first visit to Pari Island and we have done some observation on Pari Island. So basically, Pari Islands, I think there's the sea view that is very fascinating. What do you think, Mary?
Yeah, there's two main
Beach?
two main beach that are visited by a lot of tourists. There are Virgin Beach and Star Beach.
So actually there's 3 beach and 1 beach is not really
Yeah,
open
okay.
for public yet.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
basically we are like the first batch of visitors visit that beach, right?
Yeah.
So I'm very proud of myself. So now basically the Virgin Beach is a beach that the main attraction for the Pari Island, in which that there's a very clear seawater and there's some swing
Yeah,
that we
there's
can
some.
to attract tourists, and I found it very nice to play. It's very enjoying. And then we comes to Star Beach. Star Beach is really there's really a lot of starfish and mangrove. Basically, when I walk on the beach, every single step I can saw like 4 or 5 starfish.
Yeah.
It's really a lot. So is there anything you want to like add up on our first trip to Pari Island already?
Yeah. Besides we visit like the beaches, we also do some activities like beach cleanup, mangrove planting, and also interviewing the locals.
Okay. I want to like talk something about the mangroves because the local says that there's 2 types of mangrove. Like one type of mangrove is grow on the waters and another type of mangrove is grow on the land. Actually, for me, that is quite a fascinating fact that because previously I thought that all the mangrove lives on water. So basically, I think I learned a lot from these activities. And besides that, like what Mary said, we do beach cleanup, and we found that it is really a lot of irresponsible dispose of plastics by human into the ocean. Like we can find a lot of food packagings, even like bottles and sandals.
And clothes.
So I think this is a very serious problem which the humans must rectify in order to like make the earth become a more sustainable home for us. And then besides that, sorry, sorry. And then after our first trip to the Pari Island, like we have done some observations and we have carried out some activities. I think what are we going to do on the next trip to Pari Island?
On the next trip to Pari Island, it's mostly just about executing. So next trip, yeah. So next week, we will do the creative idea generation. So after seeing what's going on, like in Pari Island, what's the problem about the underwater life and the waste management, we will come up with an idea and we will propose the idea to the locals, and they're the one who will approve it or not, and they will help us. So during the 5th week, we can execute our plans.
Okay. So basically next week we will come up with some proposal and generating ideas, and the 5th week we will execute our idea on improving the ecotourism of Pari Island. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically that's the end of the recap of our activities that is we done on this week. So now we can start our cultural sharing section in education system. So now in Malaysia, basically we have 3 levels of education system, in which it is primary education, secondary education, and tertiary education. Primary education is composed of 6-year educations, and secondary is 5 years, and tertiary depends on the course that we take. Is that the same system apply in Indonesia?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. We also have primary school. It takes around like 6 years, and after 6 years, we will have a national examination. We call it UN. And then there's 3 compulsory subjects, which are science, mathematics, and bahasa Indonesia.
So,
And after that, we have the secondary education. We call it junior high school. We take it for 3 years, and we study most of all of the subject, and after 3 years we also have the national examination again. But the difference is we take 4 subjects, which are mathematics, English, Indonesian, and science. And after that we will go for senior high school. The difference is senior high school, it's already divided into, there are actually 3 majors, the language, and the science and the social stream. And after that you will go to university for around 4 years, so you will graduate, if you graduate on time, you will graduate around 22 years old.
Alright, I think that is more or less the same system in Malaysia. In Malaysia, as I said just now, we have primary education for 6 years, and there is also a national exam, but we didn't call it as UN, we call it as UPSR. And previously in my time, we have 7 subjects. Now the system has changed a little bit. I'm not really sure what subject are they taking right now, but I know that the syllabus is much harder than the previous one I took. And then after the primary education, we sit for a national exam. We call it UPSR, and then we will get into secondary educations. Like it's the same also. It divides into junior high school and senior high school. Junior high school for 3 years and senior high school for 2 years. And then at the final year of junior high school, which is the 3rd year of our secondary education, we will sit for a national exam also. Previously it is called PMR, and now it's known as PD3. And then after we take the national exam, we will be divided into 2 different streams, which is science streams and social streams. In which science stream will basically study about biology, chemistry, physics, and additional mathematics. Additional mathematics is like for in our nation, additional mathematics is like a more complex mathematics.
Advanced placement.
Yeah, basically it study about function, quadratic equation, differentiation, and all those very difficult stuff. And I'm studying engineering right now, so that subject is very important for me. And then we will have social stream. Social stream is basically studying about accounting, business, and there's an extra option in which the student can choose to study ancient Chinese literature. So, but it's optional. And then after the 2 years of the study in different stream, we will sit for another national exam. We call it SPM, and then this is the most crucial part of Malaysians, because the result of it will determine which universities we go. Before we need to get into the universities, I heard that Indonesia does not have pre-universities course, right?
No.
But in Malaysia, we do have some pre-university course. There's 3 choice, in which the first choice is STPM and matriculation. This is me myself. Previously, I'm a matriculation student. And the last thing, the Malaysian usually call it asasi. In English, it is called foundations. And then the difference between these 3 options is like the STPM. The course is taking 1.5 year for 3 semester, in which 1 semester costs it half a year. And then the subject they're taking is really hard. It's like at A level. And then matriculations relatively easier than STPM, and it only costs us 1 year. And same goes to asasi or foundations. So me myself, previously I'm a matriculation student, and I graduated within 1 year, and thank God I get into University Putra Malaysia. And there's also a lot of private universities in our nation to allow the students who couldn't get into public university to enroll, like University Tunku Abdul Rahman and other stuff. Is there any private universities in Indonesia?
Yeah, there's a lot of private university in Indonesia, but yeah, there's private and public, but Prasetya Mulia is private university.
So I think that's everything that we're going to talk for this week. So here ends our discussion for the end of victory. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.